Okay, this should be continuing. So when they came back to school the next day, um, well, firstly, Momo was just thinking that they must have had fun since, well, she thought he was still child, well, that Deku was childish. Having an intelligence quirk didn't mean he was, well, above her, or so she thought. Um, because all she's thinking is that learning from, well, naturally instead of getting intelligent thanks to a quirk basically means nothing if you're not actually, well, learning. So she thinks that she's better than him, even though he is um, far, far above her. Like, she has nothing compared to him in terms of both intelligence and strength. And the other basically know it way too well. And so we go to, um, well, Aizawa entering the class, telling them about the sports festival and that they have 1 week of training. When that happened, Ochako said, well, we already trained for an entire week. We're going to be able to do a lot more than before. With Aizawa thinking that, okay, yeah, it's going to be good, but we still have to train. Well, you still have to train. Which everyone didn't really, um, well, everyone was basically pumped because, well, it's going to be a lot different from the training in the forest. So they want to do it a lot more. So they train and to get stronger, but um, they don't get the super huge, um, well, they don't get the same type of boost that they got from the training they did with Deku. They still do well for training, but yeah, doesn't really increase that much. So after basically the week of training, they go for the sports festival. Um, so they get explained everything, and they ask Deku to be on the stage and basically say some words for everyone. And what he does is, well, he knows pretty well of something called bloodlust, and he just decided to think, well, I'm going to try and pump everyone a bit and basically just kind of release some energy. Like the little literal energy he uses, he's basically thinking, I'm just going to unleash some of that and just kind of tell everyone to basically work as best as they can. And then he does it. And basically, the small amount of energy he thought he used was a bit too much, and it was basically like showing off. But he still said that everyone should work as best as they can, that it's the only way for everyone to get stronger, and everyone in class got pumped. Well, except those, well, everyone that went to training with him. But everyone else, both in class and in the school, as well as in the state, basically felt the presence so massively powerful. Like, it wasn't as strong as that of All Might, but they were thinking, damn, that's powerful. Like, they can't sense power level. Actually, they can't sense the energy like Deku does, but they still felt it. The wave of pressure that he made. Simply by wanting to kind of pump everyone up, kind of backfired a bit, with only those that actually trained with him being able to move and think correctly. Everyone else was basically just thinking, we're done. So they go for the first thing, and Shoto doesn't just want to freeze the ground this time, he wants to freeze Deku in particular. Because if they let him actually, well, if he lets him actually go, he's going to be really problematic for everyone, but mostly for him. The only difference is that he doesn't think everyone is that much stronger than they were just before the 1 week of training that they did with Deku. When in reality, if we don't take work in consideration, they're probably a lot better than him. All of them. So, basically, when he freezes people, when he freezes the ground, he makes sure he's right next to Deku, and basically tries to freeze his leg completely. He overdoes it a bit, and basically freezes all the way to his torso. When he does that, everyone in the stage, in the Colosseum, basically think that he's doing something bad. Until, President Mike as well, basically saying that this isn't good. He's basically slowing down a certain one directly. Then Aizawa said, there's a reason for him doing that, and it's pretty easy to tell you that it won't change anything. Then he told everyone to look at the finish line and just started counting 10, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3. Then someone else looks at the screen. Deku's not in the eyes anymore. He tells it, everyone looks up. Aizawa finished counting 3, 2, 1. And then he says, there's the kid. Everyone looks down, away from the screen, and basically sees Deku just in front of the finish line, not actually touching it yet, and just looking around like, what, do I have something stuck in my teeth? With everyone just thinking, how did he get there? We were looking at him. How the hell did he move that fast? Until Aizawa said, this kid could probably fight against All Might. Do not think of him as weak. Anyone that would think that of him in a battle would already be on the ground before it even started. He has the speed to face him, and probably the strength as well. So don't think of him as a simple student. I'd be more inclined to believe you if you would tell me he's actually already a pro hero, more than if someone told me he was a student. with everyone just thinking, yeah, well, with the speed he got, I would think that too. He's impressive. His speed is great. But would he really be able to beat All Might? With just hearing that, this kid would probably be close to All Might's level, Endeavor got mad that they're not talking about his kid. Then after that, for the finish line, it's Bakugo, then Ochako, then we have Tsuyu, then we have Shoto, and then we have everyone else in class that went and trained. That are well, plus Ida that are basically kind of tied. Well, not really tied, but that are just after Shoto. And after that, it's kind of the same as in the anime, with everyone basically just thinking, how the frick do you want us to beat Deku at that point? Like, everyone knows that the moment Deku gets to anything, like, if there's a battle happening, he's going to be the winner. They all know that. Well, except those that didn't go train with him. All of them just think he's a show-off that has a great power. Because, remember, it wasn't said that he actually absorbed the Nomu, it wasn't even talked about that the Nomu was killed by a child. So, okay, so basically, just hearing, well, just hearing after that the next battle is cavalry battle, everyone wants to be with Deku compared to against him, because they know that anyone that's with him basically already passed. Like, he's probably not even going to go after points. And basically all he does is just take the same team and just tell Ochako to make everyone light, as well as herself. Because the strength they have, both in terms of physical strength as well as their quirks, is more classed as right before the forest training arc, instead of where they are right now in the anime. So, they're pretty powerful. Which means Ochako can actually take off weight from her own body. So basically he just kind of flew up with them, and that's basically what he did. So everyone in this, basically, those that did pass, passed, and those that didn't, simply because it's easier for me to just keep Shinso as the last team. So after that happened, they are told about the battles. And everyone that trained with Deku basically just said, oh, fuck me. Like, no, they didn't say that, but they basically knew, okay, yeah, we're not winning this. Deku is. So, all of them basically just yeah, everyone just started to go around and telling everyone that if you're fighting him, be careful. So, like, before they even made the matches, they go tell Tetsu, someone literally tells it to Shinso, that the kid might end you. Like, you're not going to come out of this unscathed. Which makes him both ask, what the hell do they mean? He can't be that strong, and I just need to control him. And then when the battle starts, he gets told by Ojiro to not talk, so Deku doesn't talk, and basically just goes straight up and, well, one-shots the guy. So, yeah, he was done. Like, there was already no chance of him actually winning this, unless he was able to make Deku talk. But Deku was told not to talk in this battle, so he didn't. He told Shinso that whatever his work is, he should just keep training. The only goal that he shouldn't try to achieve is something that is out of the realm of possibilities. He should aim for the strongest that he can be, not the strongest that someone else would be. Which does make Shinso kind of a bit happier from what was happening. Since, well, still, it's the only thing he can do right now. Listen to the guy who beated him, and Deku didn't sound, well, like he was telling someone to give up on their dreams or something like that. He literally said, train to be the best you that you can. So, there literally wasn't anything offensive or bad about him. Like, the only thing bad that he did against Shinso was actually, well, push him out in a second, if that. So, next battle that I'm doing is Tetsu and Kirishima. Tetsu doesn't even get to give more than one punch. Actually, he doesn't even get to do that. What I'm saying is that Kirishima became a lot faster, and his hardening is on a whole other level from what Tetsu is. So Tetsu literally got broken after a single hit, and since Kirishima was a lot faster than his counterpart in that moment in the anime, Tetsu didn't have time to do anything. After that, we go to Deku and Shoto's fight. The only thing I can say before this one is that, yeah, Deku is still the guy that tries to help everyone. So, he basically just tanks the hits, breaks some of the ice, until Shoto seems to start getting exhausted. And then he tells him that if he wants to beat him, he has to use his full power. He has to use his fire side. Shoto started saying, I'm not going to use his quirk. I'm sure he's the one who has to make me use it. Which, yeah, it's the conversation of Endeavor getting by Deku to force Shoto to use his quirk. It still happened. But the difference is that Deku in this literally told Endeavor, you can shove it. He's going to use it because he wants to use if you want him to use his power, well, help him actually use it instead of, well, doing whatever the hell you're doing. Which does make Endeavor angry, because, you know, anger management issues, and Deku left. So in the battle, he basically told Shoto that no, he's not doing this for anyone else than Shoto. Not Endeavor, not All Might, not Aizawa, not himself. He's doing it for him. Because if he's not able to actually use his full strength, people are going to be able to beat him. People are going to be able to defeat him easier than what he should be. People would be able to laugh at him for not having enough power when he would be able to have it. This quirk isn't the quirk of his dad, or it's not his quirk. Well, the quirk of his father. It's his own. He had the previous version, but you have the upgraded one. You're better than him. So now, stop being lazy or whatever, and use your quirk. Use it to actually win, not just because you want to make someone happy. You're the one who needs it. So now, you fight. Now, you use your full power because you need to. Not for anyone. Which, after is basically just him thinking for a bit, flames just exploded from the middle of the arena. Shoto basically was starting to use it. The battle that happened afterward was actually pretty fast. Shoto went straight to using the last move that he used against Deku when Cementos had to do a barrier in the middle. And what happened was basically just Shoto uses that strength. Cementos goes to try and block it, simply because he sees the power that's coming behind it. And literally, from everyone else's perspective, the attack launches, touches Deku, and then basically makes as if there was something pushing against it. That went all the way from where Deku was, all the way onto Shoto, and automatically just, well, Shoto being pushed out automatically. Like, he was on the wall at that point, which he himself didn't even see anything happen. He was in front of his flames, and suddenly he just saw a fist. And that was it. He was on the wall. Against Bakugo didn't even try to fight. He knew Deku was too strong. So that fight didn't happen. So I'm going to end it here. In the next part, I'm going to do the names. Well, give Deku his hero name, which basically is just his name, to be honest. Cell. I'm also going to say which agency everyone is going to, and as well as doing the agency, the night of patrol, and I'm going to end it there afterward. So yeah, hope you liked it. Leave a like if you did. Uh, Leave a comment if you have any questions. I hope this works because I had to record it in 2 parts. So if it doesn't work, I'm really sorry. Because it's well, literally today I've spent 5 hours trying to record. Simply because normally I have a lot less time in my days, but today I have time. And I tried to record 5 hours. I'm not able to record. I wasn't able to record anything. So yeah. Oh, one last thing. I'm going to leave a link to my Discord in the description. Come and join us. If I'm not able to do a video, you're going to be able to learn it right there. I talked, if you actually ask for, I speak pretty much every time someone asks, except if I'm sleeping or out of the house. So, yeah, Natsu, out.